First, love to you, Victor. Thank you, and ditto all the way back to you. Love, peace, and joy, my beautiful friend. Thank you, Victor. Welcome, 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 welcome to this 8th day. What a journey, isn't it exciting? I mean, it's like, wow. Well, I think as I said to somebody, my rabbit holes are turning into wormholes, but of the good kind. They kind of pull you and stretch you quite a bit. So today is the 8th day of Navratri, and we have been journeying through the amazing goddess. It's such a beautiful plan. Doesn't matter whether you're a boy or a girl. No. Oh, sorry. Yes, I've got for you. That's Yuki. Yuki wants his snacks. So it's almost like the fool's journey, the hero's journey. Well, it's just so interesting that so many of the rabbit holes that I've gone down over the last couple of years have now become incredible wormholes. So I'm just putting it all together, and hopefully on Friday I'll see what I do with it. Wow. Yeah, it's huge. So it's like everybody put on your safety belts, where the planet is in for a ride of like so much like intrigue and deception and BS. Nobody's safe. No stone is going to be left unturned. So lots of interesting things happening. So let us just welcome in this beautiful 8th day of Mahagauri. She's battled hard. So if anybody was having an interesting turn of it, hard battle yesterday, it was Makali. So, and today we rise up out of this beautiful light and into purity. So let's just keep this beautiful space. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So much beauty and so much light and so much wondrous things happening right now. In my heart, in my space, all over, just seeing the world is just so beautiful. So, yeah, so let's just clear the space, and thank you for this beautiful time. Hey, Yuki. Oh, and let's, oh, my beloved bells. Oh, I'm so glad that I can just hang out in that side of the world. I don't have any pre-recollections of being there, but perhaps I was. I know I just go there now. As I said, for a lot of time, this life was enough for me to deal with. And way back in the 80s, when people were talking about the Octurians and who else was it? I can't remember. The Palladians. It's just like a murmur and going into 5D. My thing was, guys, just coping with 3D is big enough. So I can't think of 5D. So anyway, here we are. I don't know what I am in 5D and a half. Have done like really negative 3D stuff. Yesterday was, and the day before, blah. But hey, we're here. So let us just clear and seal the temples. Uncovering the temples, uncovering the ancient mysteries. What an incredible journey. Lots of love and protection. A beautiful, huge, crystalline golden bubble around us, all around Mother Gaia, around the ancient sites. May they be protected. Oh, seriously protected. Absolutely seriously protected. Ah, and welcome in beautiful Ganesha. Yeah, but rabbit holes can get time consuming, and you can like land up being in a warren. That's where I feel right now, that I've like gone down deep into these holes and they're all like interconnected, and it's like, okay, now you just got to like put time frames into them. My chat GPT doesn't like me speaking at the moment, so that's okay. It's good. I kind of like doing research, and I was thinking it's so important to actually write things down, some of the things that you're finding out, because if we have a big power failure, almost all our knowledge is going to just be lost again, you know. And ChatGPT or the AI, it can change, you know. She's constantly being rebooted and reset, and yeah, you have to kind of dig deep a little bit to find the stuff. So if you have a written record of what you're finding out, or paperwork or something else in the form of books, I'm really glad I did a lot of like reading. So yeah, so let us just welcome in this space. Where is he? Where is he? I want Ganesha. To want Ganesha. Ta-da! Where's Ganesha? Nope, that was yesterday. Whoops, whoops. There's beloved Ganesha. Sweet, my bunny, I will be with you in a second. Sometimes life is real. Loops. Oh, beloved, beloved, thank you, Ganesha. Thank you for your energy. Oh, no, just wait a second, my bunny. Oh, beloved Ganesha, guardian of thresholds, remover of obstacles, protector of light and love, we call to you today. Stand before us with your pearl white radiance, your jeweled crown shining with wisdom. Hold high your noose and your goad to draw us near the path of truth and to banish all shadows of doubt. As Devi Mahagauri blesses us with purity and renewal, be the shield that protects her light within us. Guard her love in our hearts, so it may never be dimmed by fear or ignorance. O Ganesha, child of Shakti and Shiva, open the lotus of our hearts wide, so that her grace may flow, ever radiant, ever pure, ever victorious in love and truth. Jai Ganesha, Jai Mahagauri. So we have traveled this incredible path, and I love this Hindu wisdom, and that after this great big battle, she comes up quite white, which is quite different because almost everybody's black or blue in Indian mythology. I do not like that word at all. It's Christian mythology. Abrahamic mythology. Those are really fairy stories. But yeah, so she comes up quite purified after her battle in the underworld and her rage and her berserk. She does go a little berserk when she has to confront all these negativities and demons of ignorance. So I think a lot of us are doing that at the moment. So let's go back to, well, yeah, she's usually on her white bull actually. So let's bring her on her white bull, the purity. It's kind of where she started out with. She started off on the white bull in her white dress as a very young, innocent young girl. No rabbit holes yet. And off she went with devotion. And she has now come up out of the underworld and her big crazy dance as Kali and destroyer of illusions. So today we worship Devi Mahagauri, the radiant and embodiment of purity, serenity, and divine grace. After her intense penance, she was bathed in the sacred waters of the Ganga, emerging luminous and resplendent. She signifies inner cleansing, transformation, and the realization of ultimate truth. Seated on a bull, she holds a trident and a damaru, symbols of balance and rhythm in creation. It's the water. Residing in the Sahasrara chakra, she blesses devotees by removing past karmas and granting peace, wisdom, and spiritual upliftment. She is the light that dispels all darkness, the purity that washes away doubt, the grace that leads to liberation. And yeah, that's where we are right now, I think, in the whole great big cosmos. If we're open to receiving the energies of grace and purity and Christ consciousness and clarity of Buddha mind are so potent at the moment. Yeah, and just sweetness. Embracing your divine self, whoever you feel you are. Walking your path, connecting with your guides, connecting with higher energies. Yeah, knowing that you are cleansed within, and nothing is too big for that cleansing, which is just so amazing. Oh, let's just bring in, this is more like tomorrow's, but it's okay. She can sit on a lotus. A lotus is always good. And it's interesting, she comes up with the lotus right now, which is blooming, which is like starting to bloom. So in the beginning, she started off just with the lotus, closed lotus. So it's radiant with renewal and the daily birthing of light. Oh, yeah, birthing daily. It's do a 2-minute, I do like a 3-minute, 5-minute meditation. Often I just like do it. A couple that I just do it, connect, do it. But just bathing myself with a lot of, in a shower of light or shower of rainbow light, especially if you're in nature. Nature's really just pouring out so much. She always adds, we're just like connecting with it. Oh Mahagauri, radiant and pure, you shine with moonlight's glow. You cleanse all burdens and restore us to innocence. We bow to you, Mother of Renewal, whose grace makes us whole again. In the Hindu tradition, after long penance and fierce austerities, the mother's body had become dark with dust, her form austere and fierce. When Shiva bathed her in the waters of the Ganga, she emerged shining white as the mountain snow, glowing with purity, radiant as the moon. This is Mahagauri, the ever pure, whose radiance renews and heals, whose compassion cleanses every fault. She is worshipped as the mother who grants forgiveness, who restores beauty and peace, who gives the devotees a fresh beginning. She rides a white bull, carries a trident and a damuro drum, and her aura is soft, glowing with peace. She is the gentle face of Shakti, the mother who blesses with serenity and renewal. I absolutely love embracing so many different parts of myself. The fierce part, the mothering part, the nurturing part, the devoted part. And yeah, as we do work with different ages, different beacons along our way. Rudolf Steiner was very good at plotting the development of man. what happens at our various stages in our life. And we're given these amazing blessings as we get older. And yeah, we don't fight as much as we used to. The Kali is like tamed a little bit. So by God's grace, absolutely by God's grace, we can embrace the time of Mahagauri in our life. It's called post maturity. You've got over your 42 year your midlife crisis. I think Blessed Kali was bouncing along. Go and enjoy. It's Taco Tuesday. Oh my goodness, every day is something. I'm going to have an awesome evening. Thank you. Bless you, Victor. Thanks for popping by. Yeah, and thank you. Yeah, I do. Yeah, thank you. We're all just doing our thing, and thank you very much for what you do. Bless, bless, bless. So let's go on with our beautiful story of the myth of Nut in the Egyptian tradition. She holds the sky. I love Nut. She is this great big goddess of the sky over Egypt. Far across the desert sands, the people of Kemet told of Nut, the goddess of the sky, her body arched across the heavens, her skin shimmering with stars. Each evening she swallowed the sun, and each morning she gave birth to it again, radiant and new. Thus she was the eternal mother of light, renewing the world each day, restoring the cycle of time. Nut was also the mother of gods, Isis, Osiris, Set, and Nephthys. But above all, she was the great canopy of the sky, the womb from which each dawn emerged. Mahagauri and Nut mirror one another. Mahagauri shines with purity and renewal, cleansing and beginning anew. Nut is the sky mother of rebirth, birthing the sun every morning. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? Just such sweet morning contemplation at the river. Together they remind us that the mother is eternal, renewal, the one who restores, forgives, and brings light again after every night. May I release the past and be cleansed. May I awaken new as the dawn. May I live each day as a child of the mother's radiant renewal. It's good to dwell on a time before there were gods, when we were just one with nature, when everything was a god without calling it a god, everything had a message for us. Every tree, if we didn't know, we could just look. You have to just ask a tree what it's there for, and it will tell you. We have a lot of knowledge, but I think our biggest knowledge is to actually just be still and to tune into whatever we sitting with a tree, talking to a bird, sitting watching the sunset, just embracing whatever nature has to offer us. Christine, thank you, my love. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we're just working with the resurrection in the form of Mahagauri, who, after all her long journey, and then yesterday is her dance with the darkness as Kali. She's rescued by Shiva and bathed in waters and comes up pure and all sins cleansed and is like on her path of purity, embracing her divinity in the deepest gratitude and grace. So, and I've related her to the goddess Nut of the Egyptian, who is the mother of the sky, who brings the beautiful a new dawn and a new day every day. It is. It is. It's, I think, for all of us, thank you, Christine, for all of us, we're going through the stages of the goddess, whether we like it or not. Maybe not everybody, but I think we all have to have had to hold on quite tight as the earth just like spews forth extreme amounts of like knowledge at us and uncovers so much deception that we've been through. I was just thinking yesterday, the last 2 days have been like a little challenging, but that's okay. It is what it is. Yeah. And we don't know where it's going to come from. A lot has also been like the knowledge that I'm seeing, or like, oh God, deception again, which is like what they've done to Göbekli Tepe. But we'll hopefully talk about that on Friday. And then I actually saw something today, which is now actually putting Göbekli Tepe perhaps at 100,000 years ago. So I'm just busy writing this, trying to put this into chronological order for myself, my things that I've been like rabbit holing for the last few years, or things that I know, I just know. So it's just sewing them some of them all together. Yeah, so like these rabbit holes have now become like a whole warren underneath, leading into everything else, or a beautiful golden wormhole. I don't feel like it's a bad wormhole at all. I'm like kind of just doing pulsations of light going through. And it's like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Us poor people, yeah. The Western we were so brainwashed. We really got it so wrong. But it's, there's this absolute beautiful forgiveness and grace, because most of us were just part of the system, brainwashed. And I think all of us, no matter how much we think we know or have uncovered, are all going through a shaking, and it's like, nope, you thought you had it, nope, something more is uncovering. But at the end of the day, it's just all love and love of oneself, and just taking your own power back, yeah, and walking step by step, with whatever, your God, your inner self, your higher self, your guardians. It's sometimes people don't talk about it. That was the whole thing in the Western culture. How are you doing? I'm fine. Well, years ago we put it as fucking insecure, neurotic, and emotional. That was fine. I tried to be honest. I said, don't ask me how I am, because I will tell you how I am. So if I'm okay, I'm absolutely fine. Yeah. But whatever I'm going through is absolutely fine. Just sometimes I have to hold on to the seat and hope that I've got a parachute. Or don't look down. Or take my diving mask when I go down the rabbit holes. Yeah. Well, I'm not going down the rabbit holes. They're just like drawing me in right now. And that's okay. I'm having a lot of very, very informative last few days. And yeah, the body is like also taking stress, but that's okay. All of this will pass. These are the two sayings that kind of got me through my life this far. Long may it last, and this too will pass. And each one holds the other. When your kids are going through a good phase and they're just all sweet and obedient and wonderful and loving, it's long may it last, but you know that this too shall pass. And when they're going through their temper tantrum phases, we just say this too will pass. So God, give me the strength to, what's that one? The courage, the wisdom to, that one. And to know the difference. That was always the most important part. The courage to change the things I can change, the wisdom to accept the things I cannot, or the patience, and then, of course, the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah. And it is just such our own journey at the moment, such a personal journey of self-realization and embrace, because there's just so much to embrace, and every blink just spews forth even more and more. So just get to nature. Try to get as much into nature as you can. Have a very small little routine for yourself. Welcome. It's like getting winter, so it's not so nice to be up early in the morning, but just like welcome the goddess in. Say goodnight to her at night. And try and give a beautiful reverence. And if you look, there's just so much, it's just so pretty. I just came back from a quick little walk with my dog, and there's a whole lot of little flowers that are popping up, like little seeds, it's like kind of autumn, winter time. So they're going to be berries or something, I don't know. But they just they wave at you, the more that you acknowledge them. Give me the strength to walk through. Absolutely. I like that addition. I always like to add. I said I would have to pay for that one because I added on the 11th commandment, which was thou shalt have fun. Oh, wow. That was such a lot of BS, that one. Yeah. So a lot of people are going to be wobbling when this truth is coming out, and they're not going to be able to deny it. So this is why I stand so strongly for protecting the knowledge and protecting the ancient temples and the old systems that are rising, the old wisdom, and the new wisdom that is the new maths. It's not new maths, but the maths and the science and the innovations that they're protected. And that people that have figured them out are actually getting the rewards for them, that they're not like quashed and like, Nikola Tesla. Yeah, we must dance too. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do miss dancing. But anyway, it's like I'll just embrace my Mahagauri and my old life of devotion for now, and that's where I am. So that's what I can do. So otherwise, I kick and scream. So I think I do spend way too much time meditating, but that's what I can do. So that's what I do right now. So I'm in that and I just think I'm so blessed to be able to do this. Yeah, I don't have to rush around for children or make sure that I have food for a partner or entertain people or anything. I miss it. Of course I miss it. But hey, I try not to get down that because that's a nasty hole. Yeah. So I'm not staying on very long because I want to deep dive into this stuff now. It's kind of so much. Myths. I do not like this word. This is my anti-word at the moment. Creation myths, goddess myths. Wow. I was listening to a young Hindu guy the other day, and he was just talking about how in the past they had been so ridiculed for their gods and their belief in gods. And what is that one? Oh, and the Christians will always say, what kind of a father chops his son's head off, with Ganesha? Well, let's just be quiet. Let's not even go there. I might discuss some of this. These are old things that I know, some of this on Friday. So I think we're going to go in for a beautiful ride. I'm like, need to really sew this stuff together. And the sooner that we accept the new old, or the old new, that we can beautifully move through into nature. Yeah, just really, that's what it's about. The trees are here for our healing. There's a lot of beautiful wisdom in the Bible book, that the trees are, they're all here for our healing. The waters are beautiful. The trees are just amazing. Husbandry. Yeah. So I'm going to just bring in a closing prayer. As I said, I want to do some, so I'm not staying on long. And this is this beautiful sigil for now, for today. And when she started off her journey on the first day of Navratri, as Brahma Chiri, means the girl from the mountain. Her lotus was closed, whereas now she comes with an open lotus. So she has really risen up out of the dark of herself. It's everything. It's the physical, it's on all levels. It's the physical, the mental, the spiritual, the emotional, and the etheric. So these are all the parts of ourselves that need healing. So it's not just our emotional, it's our physical, everything. So we want to just become more beautiful and radiant human beings. And I think our bodies are becoming increasingly sensitive to any chemicals and impurities. And it's not just from the food that we eat, it's the air we breathe, it's the scents that we have in our house. I just saw something, and I do agree with it. It's actually just be very careful of scented candles unless they are scented with good scents. Yeah, your washing powders, all of these things. Yeah, we we were so gullible. We really trusted everybody a couple of years ago. I mean, I was so excited that I had this beautiful fabric softener here, which smelled so beautiful. But yeah, it's not good stuff. I think I became aware of that with the chemicals when I first came to about 10 years ago or so, that there was a case in Germany of a guy who had actually, absolutely, that there was a guy who died from wearing jeans, which he bought from, one of these cheap outlets, because of the dyes that had been put into them. So they were very and I don't think that people not too many did it intentionally. Obviously, the whole thing of capitalism is getting out of getting out of control. Hey, Peel. Oh, hello, my beautiful one. Hey, lovely, lovely Robin. It's like a little bird. Robins are so special. I must say, I haven't seen any. There must be robins here, but I haven't seen any that I've noticed ever. Crows, blackbirds, rooks, ducks, storks, geese, bluebirds, blackbirds. Yeah, all sorts of. Yeah, so how are you doing, Robin? Have you also been been shaken around a little bit and a bit of an interesting roller coaster. It's lovely to see you. The smell of scented clothing. Now it does. I used to, for me, I used to love folding up the washing after it. Well, I came from South Africa, so it was much easier to have it full of sunshine. There is something so special about the smell of sunshine. But yeah, be careful with, as I said, the chemicals. They insidious. All over. The washing powder, the dishwasher, the scenting. As I said, the aromatherapy. There was a thing that a lot of people, they say that you shouldn't even light candles because of the wax goes into your lungs. But hey, I like the candles. I just like don't put too many of them around. But if you like, you can always just put a drop or two of aromatherapy, or rub the candle with aromatherapy oils. But then just be careful. Sorry, there was never a question. If I was getting aromatherapy oils, they must be pure. So, but there are some that aren't. It was very intense yesterday. Yeah, it was. It was the day of Makali, and I think that we all had quite a shaking yesterday, many of us. So today has been Mahagauri, and she's been rescued, and she's come up all beautiful and clean and white and fresh and divine and pure. And just do lots and lots of little meditations. Just let yourself hear, because we do, we spend our time in the morning and maybe once in the day and at night, but just listen. Like sometimes I just hear, like, just go and sit for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is not long. Just connect to the smell of sunshine. Oh, I used to love doing the laundry with my kids. No, it was a big battle for me in the beginning. I had to really work hard. I really believed way too much in Mary Poppins. So all of that stuff was very, very, very difficult for me. But I would really fold it with so much love. I think everything I did, I tried to really embrace doing love. I did my shopping. I can remember shouting at a guy in the supermarket. He was obviously shopping in place of his wife, and he was just throwing the stuff in the trolley. And I said, no, 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 no. Shame. Don't throw your food into the trolley. Take it with care. Put it into your trolley with care. Even if you don't want it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was but let it go, and embrace the energy of hey, Mystic John, greetings. Embrace the energy of Mahagauri, because she really does wash us beautiful and clean. She's been rescued by her beloved Shiva. You might have had an image of it or a vision, which I did a while ago. It was really beautiful. And it just keeps going round and round in these beautiful spirals until the more we tune into our gratitude and our beautiful side, and let all this shit go, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. Yeah. So I think the biggest war, and I'm really dipping into my next phase here, the biggest war that we've had to fight over the last 1,000 years, or 2,000 years, 1,000 years, has been the spiritual war and the BS in the West. But all over, colonialism went all over. And they told everybody else that they removed all their gods and told them that what they would loving the trees and things was wrong. So I remember when I had my awakening, I need to find a Sangoma. A black person would know exactly what to do with me. It was way back then. I just started doing aromatherapy, and I knew all I needed was actually a safe space to go for like a week or 10 days where I didn't have to worry about cooking or cleaning, and I could just have spa treatments and aromatherapy and massage in a loving space. Mm, yeah. The more, and you know what? It's a some people will disagree with me. Um, yeah, our true essence is so absolutely. And we've just, if you tune in, you've got it. You've really got it right now. So, don't hold on to it too tightly. Just embrace it. When you're walking along the things, and I'll be looking down and say, no, don't look down, because in the negative thoughts come, look up and oops, I will see something really pretty in the tree. Yeah, yeah. I was just sharing that with somebody as well, because it was shared with me as well. So meditation, sometimes you can be making coffee or cooking breakfast and you can have a meditation. Yeah. You can be listening to the meditation. Maybe better than listening to some of the other stuff that we listen to. Yeah. So yeah. Change the channel. It's your choice. So yeah, meditation. So everything becomes meditation. Yeah. You're cooking with love. You're folding up your washing with love. You even for yourself. It's difficult sometimes to do it just for yourself. Doing it for a partner or with a partner or for your children is so much easier. So I hugely respect people that are on their own because it is very complicated. It takes a lot of focus. Yeah. Because yeah, we really got the story so wrong in the West. We were so brainwashed. And this is just going to keep coming up more and more and more. So just keep your feet on the ground, guys. And it's okay, don't get too angry. Just let it go. And just be so grateful that you're on another path and that you are on a path of awakening. And we will always be on a path of awakening. I think forever and ever. We just keep going into different spaces. And each one is just another space of enlightenment. I mean, yeah, I would get bored being in the same. This for me is like such a big challenge. Being in the moment, yeah, and listen to yourself because yourself is going to pull you out of it. The beautiful violet, the violet. Oh well, I work with ultraviolet or work with the purple. Purple, gold, and white seem to be the huge colors at the moment for many people. Not for everybody. Oh, I had the most beautiful dream. I don't know what it was. It was like a sword, but it was like a. Looking at this, it was so beautiful. I was actually tuning into my higher self, and it was this turquoise. I drew it. I just remembered it now. It was like this turquoise type sword, but it was so embedded with such beautiful gems. It was really beautiful. Yeah. Mm, it was last night. So, and then with ivory, I'm sure I don't know if it was ivory, but it was this beautiful turquoise and full of gems. I mean, if I just drew a picture of it, it's like really silly, but it had such a deep, profound meaning to it. Yeah, sleep with a journal under your pillow or next to your bed so that you can jot down things very quickly because we do forget them. We really, really do. We think, oh, it's so obvious I'm going to remember, but you won't remember. Um, and they're really special things that the universe is talking to you, your guides. And we've always had so many beautiful guides around us. So just make space for them. Yeah. And listen to yourself. So open up your eyes quickly and don't look down too much when you're walking. You know, don't worry, be happy. Hey, just keep a pleasant disposition. It was interesting. I did like housework when I lived in America for a while. Oh, not easy. It's like 5 to 4. You're going to finish work at 4, and you're asked to please hang up the washing, which is going to take 15 minutes. Oh, just before you go, do this. There's always that just before you go. So coming from South Africa was really interesting because we did, but we didn't. We were different kind of weird people. Um, but it was so interesting that I started to sing the blues. I started to hum, and I really got that blues. And I thought that is so interesting when you can't talk and you have to just lap it up, whatever they're giving you. You actually spontaneously start singing the blues. That beat. Very interesting. So yeah, I've done a lot. Yeah, cleaning houses. Yeah. Some people, as I said, for me it was like very, very challenging because I really believe in way too much in Mary Poppins. Okay, we can just click, click, click. Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, it is wonderful. Yeah. And some people don't like it when I say we've still got a few years because we've got now. That's really all we have. But it's just to keep practicing to be in the now because the now is all we have. And check your emotion. What is your emotion right now? And if you can change it, change it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very special community, this one. Indeed, it is. The remnant. I hope Josh is okay. Does anybody know what happened to Josh today? I sent him a message. I'll see if he responded. I hope he's okay. Because Makali can be a little harsh. She seems to be a very popular goddess with people in the West, but I know. And I always have this handbag like Mary Poppins, whatever I could like pull out amazing stuff out of my handbag. Everything and then some. I have this knack of being able to pack very well. Yeah. And then I always think of everything and then some. Yeah. No, she was very influential in my life. Blessed Mary Poppins. The flying, the magic. I'm trying to think what was like really so impressionable. I think she was one of the first that were marketed because I know I had a Mary Poppins doll, like a Barbie doll. Yeah. But yeah, if you whistle and you can make things fun, then it also, and so we all have to force it sometimes. Yeah. So just put on that smile and jump out of bed with a leap and a dance. It's not always, you don't always feel like it, even if like the majority of the time you do, but there's some days that you have to really like you have to wind it up. And yeah, stuff happens. So sometimes, we still have issues in the world, in this world that need to be sorted out. So yeah, very, very grateful that we are on this path. So just when I used to teach a lot, I would say to people, if you don't understand it or you don't agree with it, just put it on the shelf for now. Like, just put it on the shelf for now, and it will fall down and knock you on the head one day or not. And the other thing that's really got me through a lot is this is what I believe at the moment. So adding that at the moment has always made it open for me to learn more things. So I didn't become rigid in my thinking or in my belief system, because it's very easy to become rigid in your belief system. Singing is amazing. Singing is absolutely amazing. And I find that, even if I just sing gobbledygook or in tongues or whatever, I am almost instantly put into another space in my head. The universe really seems to like song. And I get up every morning at I fall out of bed at 5:55 because I just like that number. And I can't go outside because it's like Germany and communal property. So I just go into my kitchen and I see the sky and there is a tree, but now it's dark. And then I put on a song, and it's like a whole 6.5 minutes. And that's my tuning in, and I sing with it, and I bless the mother, and I say thank you for this day. And then I just like wiggle my hips a little bit and do some stretching, and that's about the body that I do. Please go and do the gym and do the yoga, but that's just enough for me right now. Yeah, my spiritual, and I do knee bends, but I'm really working with that base chakra. And just remember that as we to walk with consciousness, because as we move our hips with consciousness, we hold so much trauma. Don't go into the trauma stuff. Just go into the walking stuff, and the trauma will automatically disappear. Will automatically just start falling away. Or if you have to look at it, it won't be so heavy. Oh, beautiful. Enjoy. I must actually embrace Hanuman a little bit. A little bit. But I really, for me, it's like Shiva at the moment. Very much Shiva. And Parvati, actually, and obviously Ganesha. It used to be different aspects but it's right now I'm just stuck with Parvati. I'm really enjoying her and her stories and Shiva's stories and the Ganesh, that whole little. Well, it's not just the three of them. There were all sorts of. The stories were much bigger. Oh, I think I lost it. I had the most beautiful, wonderful story of Ganesha. Which, I mean, we go over it and over it, but there's always more to unearth. And yeah, Ganesha is not it is an image, but it's more an energy. So just embrace that energy, however you just pray for protection and guidance. Ganesha just puts it all into formulas, This is what I'm going to protect you with. And this is why I've got the power to protect you. So, it was like said that nothing would start. That was Shiva's blessing to him, but to Parvati for damaging her son. He would be the first worshipped. He would be worshipped by everybody before any of the other gods. So as to protect the path and dispeller of obstacles. And why the dispeller of obstacles? Because he was an obstacle. And he's very closely connected to the aspects of the goddess. Because before he was Ganesha, they were helping him to actually ward off Shiva and the Ganas. And yeah, he really made fun of them. That's why. Yeah, and he was granted wisdom by his parents, absolutely. Well, that's such a sweet story as well, and it's in so much depth as well. They had the sacred mango of wisdom, which was granted by some other god, yeah, and said to you, they couldn't share it, so whoever went around the world and came back first would get the mango of wisdom. So his brother Kartikeya went off on his beautiful. He's the god of war. He went off on his beautiful peacock. And I'm going to win because Ganesha's just got his silly little mouse. And Ganesha didn't hurry at all. So he just went and he walked around his parents 3 times. And he said, I don't need, because my whole world is you. You are my whole world. So he was, for that beautiful deep wisdom, he was given the mango of wisdom. And Ganesha loves sweets. He likes to eat. He likes to be fun. He likes to be jovial. He actually satisfies every growing part of your life. Like when you start reading and writing, he's there as the god of reading and writing. When you get into maths and science, he's there. When you get into, later on, he protects. That's why I love Ganesha, because that's my a very big thing for me. I keep saying it over and over, is that this wisdom that's coming out must be protected, not like what happened to Nikola Tesla, and so many. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he looked in. And I always find that I must dig into that a bit more. Why his brother is not married. He's one of the very few gods that aren't married. The god of war. But he does have wisdom and compassion. I was reading that somewhere. I must dig into that story again. Yeah. And they're sisters as well. It's kind of like Mary and Jesus. There were other children. Jesus did have other brothers and sisters. And some of the things that the church don't actually say is that Mary was between the ages of 12 and 16 when she had Jesus. That was very young. Very, very young. The Bible book. The Bible book of myths. Don't call them fairy stories, but myths. More myths in there than anywhere else. But they are there. I mean, I would just always say, just read the first chapter, the first few verses, and it's all there. You've just got to just think about it. And everything will be revealed, which it is being now. Yeah. I also love the Indian stuff, is that there's so many different interpretations, but they're all kind of the same. There's not this hell and condemnation and damnation. Just really beautiful ways to live and to enjoy life. Yeah. So, my lovely ones, enjoy this beautiful thing, and let us close with a beautiful prayer to Mahagauri, and embrace. Please just remember, you are so pure. Go and write it down. Draw a picture of yourself just being washed clean. Embrace that divinity. Get into your third eye. Just spend some time and ask your higher self to to show you your beautiful divinity and your purity, because that's where we are today, and tomorrow is even more exciting. So, O Mahagauri, radiant mother, your light cleanses and renews. You wash away all burdens, leaving only peace and purity. O Nut, star-filled sky mother, you who birth the sun each dawn, we bow to your eternal renewal. May we awaken with the light you bring, fresh as the morning, pure as the lotus, and radiant as the rising sun. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. And thank you, Blessed Ganesha, for going ahead of the mother and just like, it's like clearing the path. There's so much beautiful wisdom. There's hardly anything that's not left. That's left to. There's a solution. There's somebody that's like got the solution for you. So for me, but I wasn't really brought up in a Christian at all, but it was later on. It's like this too shall pass, and long may it last. It was the greatest wisdom I could come up with. Yeah. So love you all, Jaima, and have the most beautiful, beautiful afternoon. I believe it's Taco Tuesday today, and we will be with PG tomorrow. I'm sure that's going to be interesting as well. Yeah, just embrace whichever part of the goddess you love the most, even if it is Mary Poppins. So love everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you in the ethers. Please. Thank you so much for being here. Love you lots, everybody. Bye.